weeping lasted all night. I know that joy comes in the morning light. So I march on to a new song, 'cause I've been marching to that old one way too long. And I gotta move on and take new steps every day, 'cause I know there is got to be another way and a brighter day. So I march on.
Hello and welcome to P.U.R.E. Live. It is Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Of course, as always, we have a wonderful guest with us today. And for those of you that have joined us before, you know that we start off with our sponsors. So here we go. Yes, that organization is wonderful. I talk about them every single week. I do credit them to me getting started with this show, and the support that I've had with all of my sisters involved in the organization and other support that I've had. But seriously, they are a good organization to get a part of if you want to get connected with other resources or learn how to set your goals. Just get motivated. They're great. And for the Motive Cosmetics, my most recent of the sponsors. Here we go. Yes, honey. And every week I am wearing Motive Cosmetics. I like my look to look, more natural and light, so it's not so obvious that I'm all made up. And for Abella eyewear, you can see I'm working with shades, got some blue blockers as well. You can go to my website and click on Abella Eyewear. You'll get 30% off of the shades. And you'll see Motive Cosmetics as well. You get a discount there as well. All right, ladies and gents. Now it is time for me to introduce to you all Miss Karen Clark.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. Like I said, it's so fitting, right? That we have all the cosmetics, the makeup, and all that stuff when we talking beauty. Um, because we try around here, right?
Right.
So great! I'm so glad that you're able to join us tonight. I would like you to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Karen Clark. Um, I have a cosmetology school that I'm currently in the middle of opening called Illusions Artistry Institute, and it's going to have four components. So we will be offering cosmetology, natural hair, makeup, and nail artistry.
Nice, nice. I really love that natural hair part because people look at my hair when it's in its natural state and just like, ugh. Uh, when I got married, I had somebody look at my hair and she was like, "Oh God, oh God." It took literally 12 hours to do my hair.
Natural hair can be a challenge. I can say that all my girls are natural. No one has any chemical. And when I do their hair, it's like the whole day. Like it's a day for them, and we're going to get through it.
Right.
So I totally get it.
Yeah. We'll get through this together. Yeah. So the only chemicals you're gonna see is the dye. I don't have any straightener in my hair. So great. So what I would like to do is start from the very beginning, and I would like you to tell us where you come from.
Well, I'm originally from Rockford, Illinois, born and raised. Right now, I'm currently residing in Charlotte. I've been here about 7 years.
Okay. Okay. And what before we get to why you are in Charlotte, I want to start from the very beginning. So, what started you in your love for, I guess, beauty, the beauty products, hair, all of that? Where did it begin?
Okay, so this is the thing. My mom, even though she had, a girl, only child, um, she really didn't know too much about hair, and she was into hair, makeup, stuff like that. So she started taking me to the salon to get my hair done at the age of 4. So that's basically where my love came in at, because I had to sit there literally for hours every other Friday. And it was just like I was in awe because it was so creative. It was different.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up with my passion from there.
Okay. And um, so it sounds like it started pretty young. Did you stay focused on that, or were there other things that you decided to take a look at as you got older?
Well, I've always been into education. So I kind of was like, maybe I wanted to teach. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to stay into beauty, even though I liked everything about it. I liked the hair, the makeup, the clothes. Um, it was just that I liked being able to assist other people and offer knowledge where I could. So I kind of wavered on that for some years. I also thought about going into law as well because I like to
Hmm.
debate a lot. So that
Okay.
was the thing that I had also looked into. But ultimately, when I got into middle school and high school, I started experimenting more with my own hair. So as
Hmm.
I started experimenting and doing more things with my own hair, I fell in love with it more. So once I
Okay.
with my own stylist, I sat and watched her for a while, like trying to figure out how she did this, how she did that, because I was there,
Hmm.
waiting for my appointment to get finished. And so I kind of went to her and, told her what I, normally do. And, she kind of had her eye on me. She was like, yeah, I kind of see, when you come in and get your hair done. So I ended up her shampoo girl slash assistant.
Okay, well, so hold on. Let's slow down. Let's go back a little bit. What I want to know is you said you started experimenting with your own hair. Did you have any like scary moments in that experimentation? Because when I hear experimenting with your own hair, I'm just like, I can, I have a daughter that likes to experiment. So,
My experiment, it didn't come out to where my hair fell out. My worst
okay, well, that's good.
experiment was the first time I ever installed sewing extensions.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was the thread blending so well that I ended up cutting a lot of my hair. So it was like,
Ooh.
now I don't have a choice but to do it correctly because I didn't cut a lot of my braids. So
Oh
yeah,
no.
that's where that went with the experimenting. As far as chemical, I did good on chemical. Surprisingly, I never made my hair fall out with any type of bleaching that I did, which is surprising to me because most people, that's their epic fail with the
Right.
bleaching. But no, I don't know if it was just my hair was stronger than most because I had been getting it done for so long, where it was maintaining its health, and that's why it didn't break. But yeah, surprisingly, that held over well.
Okay. And I just want to remind my audience, because I know some of you may be new, if you would like to ask questions or leave comments, feel free as we go on in this interview, this conversation. All right. Okay, so go ahead and continue. So you you became the shampoo person, and then what?
Right. So initially she had me, setting the clients, molding them and kind of, pre-braiding, things of that nature other than shampooing and conditioning and stuff like that. So it was very educational for me. So with that being said, I started doing like my friends, family, people that were close to me, taking what I was learning on my own and through her and implementing services on them. So yeah.
So what is pre-braiding?
The pre-braid is for it's the setup for either a crochet, a sewing extension, or an interlock, which or a tree braid. So I would, braid the hair after I clean the hair, and just set it up for her to do what she does,
Okay. Now I'm
which
gonna
was the
ask you questions because I'm not gonna assume that everybody knows what you're talking about. So, what's a
right.
tree braid?
Okay, so a tree braid is basically when you braid the hair and you keep pieces of the hair out so it looks like a regular extension. So you're not
Oh,
braiding all of the braid hair into the braid.
oh, okay.
So you're leaving pieces of it out as you braid. And once you leave these pieces out, these pieces form your extension. So overall, once the braiding is done, you have a full head of extensions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I never knew the name for it. Okay. Well, all right. I really have not had much experience with extensions. I've had braids, and that's about
Okay.
it. So that's definitely it. I've only had
Yeah,
braids.
I think that's my thing was a lot of extension work. So I like to do extension. That was my niche. I chose extension work because it was more creativity going with it because you could do more with it. And it also kept your hair protected. So that's why I chose to go into that rather than picking like cutting or coloring to follow. Even though I like those things too, it was just that you could do more with extensions than you can with anything else, in my opinion.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, in learning and everything that you did, um, did that help keep the fire going in you about your passion? Or did you veer off from that at any point?
Well, I never veered off from it, because I got to the point where I fell in love with it to where I was actually doing my hair 3 times a week, putting in all kind of extensions. If it wasn't a ponytail, it was a quick weave. If it wasn't a quick weave, it was a sew-in. I mean, I made time. So I was always in the mirror because this is what I love to do.
Hmm. So let me ask you this, because I had people tell me that I should think of hair more like an accessory, like a hat. Because I didn't understand, like, how do you guys just be switching off wigs and weaves and doing all this stuff? Like, why? I didn't never understood. Um, so do you feel that way about hair? Is it more like an accessory to you when you're changing your look?
Yes. That is a big yes. Like, to me, your hair has to fit your overall personality of your clothes, the makeup, the nails. Like, it's an overall, and this is why I picked the name Illusions, because all of it is an illusion. It's an art.
Okay.
That's hence the name Illusion Artistry, because all of this an illusion and all of this art, because at the end of the day, when we take off the hair, when we take off the makeup, it's just us. But this is what we want to present to the world. And like I said, I love what I do. Like, it's
Okay.
been real to me for a long time. The trends, I've always been a trendsetter amongst my peers. So
Okay, trendsetter. Uh, were there people that you studied to learn more about how to like really accessorize and build the whole entire look? What kind of people did you study to learn
hip
how to do that?
hip hop, hip hop. I
Oh
love
yeah.
hip hop was a big influence because I love music overall.
Okay.
So watching videos all the way from when BET was in Freeport, Illinois. And I bet people don't even know that's where BET started, but all that's how deep my love is of music. All
Okay.
of it, it's one big package to me. So a lot of that came from not only watching music videos because I like all genres of music. So it came from watching also different like shows where they have models and stuff and making clothes and things like that. And I kind of like watching runway shows because the hair was unique.
Hmm.
Sometimes it was not something that you would see every day. The makeup
Hmm.
was over the top, the hair was over the top, the fashion was over the top. Yeah, so that's where a lot of the inspiration
Yeah,
came from.
that is the truth. I watched some runway shows. I was like, what was the thought process with that one?
Right.
Okay. Like, I just want to know if you were wearing on the street. That's all I'm asking. But okay, that's cool. And again, you guys know that if you ask questions or you say anything, I see it in real time, so you don't have to wait for responses. Um, so with you study in hip hop, that's an interesting specific genre to look for with style and fashion and the whole hair look. Were there any particular people that you like would zoom in on? Like, I liked how she did that, or I liked how she wore
Well,
that.
when the asymmetrical came out with Salt and Pepper, I thought that was the dopest. Like, I was like,
Okay.
I have to get this cut. I'm talking about they look overall with the spandex and everything. Like, hip hop like influenced my overall beauty look like to the extreme because it's so much that you could do with it. The hair colors, the vibrant colors, and so I've had so many colors in my hair. It's ridiculous. Like, every time you turn around, it was lime green, it was orange, it was yellow, it was pink, it was something. Yeah. So
Wow.
it was that. time in my life, especially because that was my teenage years. That was like the most fun. It was fun
Good.
because it was so much different stuff that you could do. Along with the nails, even though nails weren't that big, they were just starting to become a trend. I had a nail tech that we would sit and do like different shapes. Like I would be her guinea pig and she'd do different shapes. I done had so much stuff under acrylic. It's coming back now where people are putting stuff under the acrylic, but I had all of that back in the 90s. Like,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just now learning about that stuff. I see people got all kinds of stuff that water inside of them and doing all
Yeah,
kinds of.
I did some extreme stuff with the stuff under the nails. Being young and naive, some stuff was legal, some stuff was illegal. Um,
Oh
but
no. We don't have to
overall,
talk about all of
right. It was just the fact that people was in awe, like, that's dope. Who did your nails? Or that's dope. I know she did your hair. And I used to have to tell my nail tech and my hairstylist, I'll be like, don't do my hairstyle on nobody till I take this out. Be
that.
the pettiest with it, like I wouldn't want nobody to have it. I'd be like, don't do their hair like mine, or don't get them the same color I did. I was petty. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like this is my look until I'm done
Right.
with
This is my look for these 2 weeks.
it.
Let me have this. Yes.
That is hilarious. So, like, did you ever have like a color in your hair that you were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that one again"?
Absolutely not.
No.
I like everything
What
because I
about?
always can put something with it. I always
Okay.
made the look with the clothes, or
Oh,
so
okay.
I never had like a moment.
Not even with like the hairstyles.
Hairstyle wise, um, I've had a couple of those, but they weren't at my hand. I'm very particular when people do my hair, and I recall a moment in cosmetology school. I allowed one of my students, because at this time I had graduated and I had started teaching there, and I let one of my students put a quick weave in my hair, and the texture of the hair was just like it was a real tight curly hair, and I really wanted to give an afro effect.
Okay.
I looked at like a sheepdog when she got done. So I'm not gonna put her on blast to say who it was, but it was a horror story. I was like, oh my God, and I had to go out of town. And I was like, this is like really bad, like right now. So yeah, that was not a good thing.
He's like, no, we're not gonna repeat this situation.
Right. That was one moment I was like, mm-mm.
No, ma'am, no sir.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you still allow other people to do your hair and nails, or do you do all the stuff yourself now?
I do everything myself now. I have not found a stylist in Charlotte since I've been here to do anything. Mostly because everything I've wanted thus far has been natural braids and natural
Okay.
styles. And I don't know what's going on in the beauty industry as far as some of these young stylists where they think that it's okay not to shampoo and cleanse hair before they service people, but want to charge 2 arms and 3 legs like they're the best and they're the bee's knees. I think it's pathetic and it's real
Oh,
bad. Um, because when you go into cosmetology school, that's what you learn to do. You learn to cleanse the hair and make sure the hair is healthy. But
mm-hmm.
going in just allowing the client, which that's why they come to us, because they really don't have the knowledge or the know-how to do everything. They come to us for expertise. So to
Right,
fail them in that way because they don't want to do that extra step to make sure the hair is overall healthy, because in order for the health to be 100%, it needs to be cleaned properly, and that's
right,
part of what we do. So yeah, I have a big. I've been on a couple of platforms speaking about this when seasoned stylists get on and talk about that because yeah, it's real bad. Like it's the laziest thing ever to me.
Mm.
So that's why I don't. No, I don't. I don't have time. I'll do my own hair first.
I
Yeah.
understand. I completely understand. We're gonna take a quick little break. But before I do, for those of you guys that are watching via YouTube, that's what I want you to do. Subscribe. And for the rest of you, follow me. Like everything you see so that you know what's going on and you'll be able to be alerted when we have shows, when we have posts, and for my guests, when they have events and things going on, I will post those things. So pay attention. And go to my website, agejamal.com or agejamal.net, over both. And I will make sure that you guys are well informed about my guests and everything else that we have going on. So we're going to take a small little break, and then when we come back, we're going to do the find the face. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Asia Jamal Rogers, and I'm a singer, songwriter, choreographer, voice actor, and I'm the creator and talk show host of P.U.R.E Live. P.U.R.E is an acronym for Perfectly Undefined Raw Elegance. So naturally, we want our content to be pure, raw, and elegant. It airs live every Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. And if you'd like to see all of the episodes, you can reach it at asiajamal.com, ASIAJAMAL.com. Or if you'd like to be on the show, you can reach me at asia@asiajamal.com. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, that's a good too. Okay. So now it's time for the game. Find the fake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. I will play the game again before the show is over. I will not have Karen tell you all what the answer is until towards the end of the show to give you an opportunity to guess the fake. Here we go. All right. Hope you all were paying attention. But if you weren't, I will play it again. All right. So getting back into the conversation, I have so many questions. So when it comes to the whole hair situation, you brought up some good points about washing and everything. So I have a new hairstylist. Um, I'm from Chicago, but I moved to Indiana and I had to find somebody to help accommodate me because I didn't want to keep going to the city. If I got time for all that. So I did find someone. Um, and this is her card right here. There you go. That's the girl. Okay, I'm not gonna show you too long because I can't have her look like me. But so one of the things that she always does every time I come, no matter what I do to my hair, she always washes it. She always, makes sure that got all the right stuff in there, it's moisturized, all that good stuff. And then she talks to me about how to take care of my hair. She'll tell me, okay, I'm not gonna do this because I feel like your hair is too loose, so You come back to me at this time, make sure that you've had this amount of weeks in between, take your hair down and all that good stuff. I mean, she breaks it down for me. So I was like, okay, I appreciate all of that. That's great. Got some nice healthy hair. My hair is growing after it was breaking off and stuff. So what I want to know is, so when you do people's hair, do you educate them? Do you let them know how it is that they're supposed to take care of their hair?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you educate them and let them know how they're supposed to take care of their hair?
Oh, of course. I do consultations first. Like before I even
Okay.
get into doing anything, if you're a first time client, once you get in my chair, I look over what damage may be done. I asked several questions on how you already take care of your hair. Have you seen a stylist prior to? It's a few questions that I go over as I'm actually looking through your hair from root to tip. Um, Once that part is over with, we discuss what you're trying to get as far as a complete look. Um,
Okay.
I've had to turn clients away because sometimes their hair is so damaged and they refuse to get treatment to get it up to par to what they want. They want it when they want it. And it's like, well, if I can't get it right now, and I'm like, fine. Like, if you can find a stylist that'll go ahead and do that, and your hair is breaking or it's damaged, or whatever it may be that will make me look bad, I'm not gonna touch it. The dollar is
Mhm.
not worth it. My name is not worth it. Um, when I was a younger stylist, because I could do anything on any type of hair, I did make mistakes and do that. And it cost me, and I had to kind of rebuild my reputation back up because
Mm.
at that time I knew, but I was like the dollar, the dollar, the dollar.
Right.
And with me chasing the money instead of worrying about my overall image, yeah, I got burned. So no, I'll
Mm.
turn that money down quick. If especially if I know their hair damaged and they don't want to, take the precautionary steps or take the steps to get it to where it needs to be for them to achieve the look that they want.
Right. Yeah, reputation is everything in every industry.
Right. Because
So,
it took me a while to come back from that.
how long?
It took me a few months to come back from that. Just because I had a decent clientele, it could have been worse, but I also had people that these individuals were referred by step in like, no, because I was there. She told you XYZ and you refused to get that in order and you kind of like,
Mm.
this is what you wanted. So she just did it. So don't make it
Okay.
seem like it was her fault when it was explained
Right.
to you what it would look like overall with the condition that your hair is in.
Right. Like you were warned, but you wanted it anyway. I got you. I got
Yeah,
you. So, I just want to show this real quick. You got the whole diva going on right there.
yeah, that was Mother's Day. I felt cute that day.
You was cute. You was cute. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, my
So,
kids took me out to brunch for Mother's Day, so yeah.
oh, that's nice. So, how long does it take to come up with a look like this?
Ooh.
She said,
Ooh,
ooh.
I am so bad with time. And like when I get ready for dates and stuff like that, I usually tell my dates, look, you got to give me minimum 3 hours, minimum.
Ooh, child.
Because I'm gonna have to try on several different looks, especially if I already have the hair picked out. So I have to see, okay, will this
Wow.
go with this go with this. I have to choose other accessories to shoot. Yeah, it take me a while. The makeup, it takes me a while.
OMG. Okay. That's a wow. I was not expecting. I thought you were gonna say like hour, hour and a half or something. You said 3 hours. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, but I was flattered.
I try. I really do try to get the timing in order because A
That
lot of
sounds
people say that's like really extreme. Like, why do you take that long to get ready? And I'm like, I don't know. It's been a habit for so long. It's just natural, I
good.
guess.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. All right. So, have you styled other people like their whole look? Like, if you give like guys, okay, well, we're gonna do your hair like this, but I recommend that the look is like this.
Yeah, I actually had a styling service from 2010 to 2015, Dialed and Dapper Styling Services, where I actually traveled mobily to my clientele. And because of my looks, I picked up wardrobe styling as well as hairstyling. So I did
Okay.
do that for some of my clients.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, when you're doing this, like, what is the longest that you spent on one client?
Ooh, in a day.
Yes. She said in a day. What you mean in a day? Did it take days?
Well, I'm gonna say like the longest I've taken is a few days, and that's because I had to shop for the client.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we were doing an overall look for like a little photo shoot that they were doing. So I had to go to different places and kind of put stuff together for a theme. So that's why I said in a day. So yeah, that was
Okay.
actually the longest time because I had to, find the wardrobe and go do different stuff for a theme. Um,
Okay.
but in a day, just basically, I say 3 hours on hair, about a shift, like a whole work shift, about an 8 hour shift.
Whew. Oh. Okay. I'm just like having flashbacks on my photo shoots. Like I don't think I took half that time. You was really doing it. You like I'm breaking this whole thing down. Wow. So what were you doing that took 8 hours? What was the whole breakdown?
So I had to do a hair service from start to finish, and that took a few hours because that was extension work. So of
Okay.
course, start to finish, shampoo, conditioning, all that, sew in, that in itself takes hours. And then it was they didn't want to spend the money and have me go find a look. They wanted to kind of put something together in their closet for an
Um.
event. So I had the I don't want to word that bad. I had the task of to put this look together with what I had. So that
Okay.
and that in itself, going along with the event that they wanted to be at, um, I was kind of, yeah, it was a challenge, but I got it together. It took a while, but yeah, we got it together.
Okay. Okay. He's like, oh Lord, I gotta work with what you have. Okay. Don't have a clean slate here.
Now, normally, if they have certain pieces like um, blazers and nice cardigans, and they're going to a certain event, it's easy to put something with a blazer.
Okay.
If they have dresses or nice pants and stuff like that. But when an individual is not used to going out and doing those sorts of things, and they have very
Mm,
limited things to work with, it does become like tedious because you want to make sure that because it's your name on it. You don't want to
right.
send them out any kind of way. I mean, that's stuff they
Mm-hmm.
friends might do to them, but I don't
You said
see
not
myself
me.
doing that. So yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, your name is a part of it. You know, you doing the styling. You like, okay, there can't be
Exactly.
no mess because Karen don't do no mess.
Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
I love it though. It's overall fun. It's not like it's work to me. So
Right. Okay. Well, all right. So let's, leading up to what it is that you're doing today. Let's break that down. Now, you were talking about, when we were showing your logo and what it is that you're doing. Can you explain to us thoroughly what? it is that you're trying to do right now? What is the future state of your business?
Okay, so currently, the school is really not a basic cosmetology school. It's an actual institute that I'm working on, and it has, like I said, four components. So we're going to do the cosmetology, we're going to do the nails, we're going to do the natural hair, and we're going to do the makeup. So it's going to be a curriculum for all of them. So one can get certified and licensed for all of them. Also, within this institute, once um, an individual graduates, they can come back and get CEUs through the school. If they're not totally free, they will be discounted based upon graduation. And also, the school is going to set up it's going to be set up to where we employ you after you graduate, or we
Oh,
will go
okay.
ahead and set you up for marketing to market yourself as entrepreneurs. If
Nice.
you want to go the way of working for someone um, after graduation, that's fine. But this is really to for this platform of this magnitude is really to build entrepreneurs in this industry.
Okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. It sounds really good. It sounds like you have managed to combine your love for the whole beauty thing with your love for teaching.
Absolutely.
That's nice. I see how you did that. Um, and you guys know that I always ask all my guests to send me their bios. And looking at your bio, there was something in particular that stuck out. You said, we have so many PWIs training us in this field. I wanted to bring us to the forefront and show that this industry is ours. So, can you explain what PWI is?
So a PWI is a predominantly white institution, which most of the time when you hear PWI, they're referring to universities like Harvard, anywhere that it has a predominantly white percentage. So that's where the term PWI came from. And I noticed in this industry, and it's no diss to or disrespect to any institution, but we spend in our community billions of dollars on hair, makeup, and fashion. So my thing is, why don't we have an institute catered to us? Like, why are we spending 25, $30,000 and giving it to Paul Mitchell, giving it to Regis? Why? So that's where I come in at.
Okay, very good
Because
point.
this is no small feat. It's this is going to be tremendous. I want to be a competitor with those institutions. They're nationwide. Why wouldn't I go for that? Our money needs to stay with us. We spend the most of it, so why wouldn't I educate our people the right way? And I'm not saying nobody is doing it the wrong way. But if one has ever been in a cosmetology school, it's a 90-10 situation, in my opinion.
Hmm. Okay.
And so I don't know about now. The curriculum that I've seen now is still not 50-50 as far as what is taught for Black hair. So I'm trying to change that.
Okay. I
That's the
appreciate that.
overall goal. Yeah.
That's excellent. And I really, really, really love the part about natural hair. Because it's so funny. I've seen so many like YouTube shorts and TikTok, and there are people that are making these videos of themselves calling around asking, "Do you do natural hair?" You know, and you hear them talk in the background, "Hey, is anybody here do natural hair?" And most of the calls are like, "No, we don't have anybody here to do that. We don't have anybody here that does natural hair."
Right.
Or Or yes, you'll do natural hair, but it'll cost you more. You know, you gotta pay extra because your hair is natural. Um, so I think it's a huge gap in the education of handling this type of hair. So I really love that. That's something you plan on emphasizing. Totally appreciate that. I want to learn too myself. I don't stop.
Yeah.
I learned some things. You know, my hair was really, really short at some point because my hair, a lot of it fell out. And my cousin challenged me to just go natural. And so I did that and helped my hair grow out. But now I've kind of hit the wall on the education portion of things. I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
Right. I mean, some people they hit a plateau that and their hair won't grow and they get into this, oh my God, my hair stopped growing. And when you're in a natural state, you have to go by your genetics too. Some people just don't
Hmm.
have the genetics of having this luxurious long lock, and that's okay.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to come to the realization, okay, I'm at this standstill. Is it something that I'm doing, or is it the fact that my hair is here and this is the length that it's just going to be?
Hmm.
And that's sometimes a realization. And I don't know why people get into this mindset of thinking everybody here gonna grow down to their feet. Um, that's just not realistic.
Hmm.
You know, you have to go by genetics. It's about what you put in your body, how you take care of yourself internally and externally.
That's a
So
good point.
it's like you can't eat burgers and fries and sodas every day and then you you taking care of your hair. I mean, okay, you doing what you need to do on the outside, but your hair come from inside.
I don't think everybody realizes that.
So you have to nourish your body well inside if you want them, to swing your thing and blow in the wind. You got to take care of everything.
Right.
So
Yeah. Show you right. Yes, I've noticed that my hair does better. My skin altogether does better when I eat more or in a healthy manner. Less junk, which I don't really do much junk anyway. But when I really if I drink more water, um,
really hydrate, really hydrate.
yes, if I stay hydrated, then my skin glows and my hair grows. Hey, I'm right. Bars. I'm rhyming over here. Okay, but so it's yeah, I understand. Okay, that crinkles don't come from curly fries. No, they don't come from curly fries. Hilarious. Um, no, but that's a good point because of the hairdresser I have now is actually the first hairdresser I had that asked me about my diet. I was like, well, I want to let my hair grow, and she's like, well, what's your diet like? How much water do you drink?
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay, we did this because of this. I appreciate you. Okay,
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
right. You may have to take, some people may have to take supplements too, to get all their nourishment in because, some people they don't like to eat this or they don't like to eat that. So, you can always find supplements to assist with the diet to make sure that everything is going according to. But, it depends on the type of individual you are.
Okay. So, are there any particular supplements that you feel should be plentiful if we're going to have healthy hair?
Biotin and zinc are very good. Um,
Okay.
with the biotin though, some people kind of overdo it, thinking it's supposed to just make your hair grow, 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 grow. But it'll do good about It'll do good with the nails more than it will your hair when you overdo it. So to me, taking it as prescribed, either if you go to a dermatologist or your doctor and talk about things that you could do for your hair, because not only hairstylists, but your dermatologist can help you out a lot um,
Okay.
with giving you supplement ideas on what to use. Another good one is fish oil as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that one. Okay. That's good information. You have a question. What about removing facial hair? Do you
Ooh,
have
that's a
a
good one. Me personally, um, traditional. I don't use anything internally. Externally, just I would pluck it and not shave it because if you if you shave it, it ain't gonna do no but grow back thicker. But if you're trying to do a long term situation, um, me personally, I would just utilize tweezers unless it's super
hmm.
thick.
Okay. Tweezers. Yeah, you went old school with it. Okay.
Because I mean, a lot of women get, little facial hairs here and there, and if you
Mm-hmm.
shave it and try to do it the quick way, it's gonna grow back just like how a man's hair will when they're growing their beard out. The more you shave it, it's gonna grow back faster and fuller. So to keep it down and keep it at bay from becoming overwhelming, it makes sense to pluck where it'll just,
Get
it'll
it
still
from the
be
root.
those certain hairs. They don't grow into twos and fours and sixes. It'll just be the same hairs over and over, but you're maintaining them. But I wouldn't personally like shave, no. As far as anything chemically or organically, I don't know. I haven't studied up on that because I haven't had anybody come to me about their facial hair.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Thank you for that. 'Cause I
Yes.
wanted to know myself. Because the girl was struggling sometimes. Um, ooh, that's the best way. But I've noticed, with certain ways of handling hair, you get a lot of hair bumps and stuff that develop, you know, in the places where your facial hair is.
The
So,
ingrown hair situation, though, all of that I would go to an esthetician for, to be honest. I don't study esthetician. I mean, I don't do none of that with the face. That'd be your best bet is to go to an esthetician and get all of that information because they could tell you about the ingrown hairs. They can tell you how to keep the facial hair down with product if you would prefer product over um, tweezing. That would be the best bet.
okay. I didn't even know that's what they were called. So it's good to know.
Yeah, yeah, you'll go to an esthetician for that.
Okay. Getting educated over here. All right. Okay. You guys, her website is under construction, but to get information and to learn up on what she's doing, you guys can go to Instagram, Eyes for Styling. Write it down. While you see it, go ahead, take it down. I will have this available for you guys on the website, just in case you forget, but you should be writing it right now. Go get your pens and pencils and write it. Screenshot it. What else? Um, and make sure you follow her. Make sure that you pay attention to the information that she puts out there, and look at all the styles and do's she's doing. Inspiration. All right. So I am going to do the find the fake one more time for y'all. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Because it's timestamps. I don't know if you went and watched the whole show and got the answer. Okay? No cheating. All right. Here you go. Give you a chance, give you opportunity. So it is getting to the end of the show. So I'm going to ask you, Miss Karen. I see one yes. See, what was the fake?
You're asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the fake was I managed 8 different salons prior to.
Okay.
So actually, it was only 3. Everything else were true statements.
Okay. You have nonprofit for underprivileged kids, which you did prior to your that's a nice. You have 5 children.
Yes, ma'am. Ages 30, 24, 16, 14, and 6.
You have a 30-year-old child.
That's where my grandbaby come in at.
No, you don't. Oh my gosh. Like, don't crack. All right, come to Million. Hello. Wow. That's wow. Uh,
Yes.
wow. Um, amazing. I need to know your secret. You look great. That's amazing. Wow. And you're an only child?
Yes.
Having all them babies, you said they're not gonna be the only one. You got a whole crew over here. Oh my
Everybody says
goodness.
that's why I ended up having all of them because I was by myself growing up, which I was most of the time. Yeah, except for cousins, but yeah.
Yeah, people tend to do that.
Right.
Like, yeah, hey, you are not about to be the only one like I was. All right, so looking good. I agree.
Thank you. Thank
Amen.
you.
Was wonderful. Well, that's great. That's amazing. We are running out of time, so what I would like you to do is give your words of wisdom to the audience. What would you like to leave them with?
Ooh, it's so much. I would just say focus and time.
Hmm.
Focus on your craft. Take the time out to actually see the overall goal that you're setting. The
Okay.
money's going to be there.
Okay. Focus and time. I can remember that. Focus and time. Okay. Take the time out. I hear that. And I threw this up there for you guys again, just in case you didn't get to write it down. And this is your last chance. Okay. Or you can rewatch the program. You do that. But I truly appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've learned plenty, and I'll be following you and paying attention to your future endeavors.
Yes, I am so excited. Like I said, thank you for having me. This was fun. I'm glad I got to talk about my endeavors. Um, Everybody stay tuned. It's gonna be
Yes,
a
ma'am.
it's gonna be a ride. So
Amen to that. And on that note, I will see you all next week, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good night.
We